Hi, Carol. I'm just going to wait a few minutes, see who else joins. I look forward to meeting you in person one day, Carol. Where do you live? Okay. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and start just because I feel being prompt is important. So I'm going to go ahead and hello and welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tammy Miller. Most of the people that were invited to this know me, but some people this may be shared with, so I thought I would at least just say who I am. All right, so I am speaking to all of the stuff that's going on right now, and I have some added things that are happening with me, and I am not the only one. I realize that. So I will share with you definitely COVID. I have a chronic disease, so staying at home is really important right now since I'm one of the high risk people. And it causes fatigue, you know. Some days it's tough. I try to stay on a schedule, and that really helps me. So also, if anybody else has anything to add in the comments that's helping them, I feel like this is something that we can, have an open forum. So anybody who wants to help somebody else with something that's working for them, I'm all ears. So not only do we have the COVID, we have the unrest in our country, which is just awful. My brother gets married next Saturday. I won't be able to attend, and that is heartbreaking. And then right now, the last thing is that we have a horse that we've had since my daughter was 12. She won all kind of ribbons on her, and the horse has terminal cancer. We don't know how long she has, and I've never gone through anything like this with a large animal. So I am learning a lot, and it is not pretty. A lot of the discussion on end of life, and I'm not even going to go into all of that, but some of that is definitely plays on my mind as far as sleeping at night, because during the day I'm pretty good, but at night when I wake up to go to the restroom, whatever, I usually do that once to twice every night because I'm not a spring chicken, and I do drink a lot of water and liquids, and so I have to go to the restroom. When I get back to the bed, my brain starts going, and it's really hard for me to turn it off. I have found that using, and I know you're not supposed to use blue light, but I do have a Kindle, and I turn it way, way down, like the lowest setting on the brightness. I put my head under the covers and I read my book, and it's so dim that my eyes, usually it doesn't take long, and it's one of those fiction stories that you can get yourself lost in. So I do that. I block a lot of people on social media that just get under my nerves and post stuff that drive me nuts. So I block those people. I have not lost friends yet, only because I just choose to, once their block wears off and I see one of their posts, I block them again. I find that to me, that works. I have found wonderful friends who are so positive with what I'm doing now as a hope dealer working for Arbonne. And I so appreciate all of their positivity. I get out on my farm, and we have lots of nature here, so it's like a park, and that I definitely find peace in nature. So I get outside every day, and we'll even sit on the porch swing, and read and watch the birds. We have feeders all over. I have not done yoga recently, but I do need to get back into practice with doing yoga, even if it's just a 10-minute stretch each morning. And of course, with yoga comes some breathing, doing meditation. I need to get better at meditation, but there is an app called Calm, and I have used that before, and it's pretty good. Let's see. I'm not going to go a whole lot into the Arbonne thing. I will share some of the products that I use, because those definitely help me with my mental state and my own health, which is part of your mental state. But I will share that I am so glad that I found this company. Our founder had the vision of this company for everybody who joins the company would flourish in their life. And I will tell you that the personal development that I have done and grown with being in this company has been huge, more than anything I've done in my life. And I am 58, so it's like I'll be 59 next month. Who knew you could still keep growing? But I love that part of it, because I love being the best version of me. Two of the things I will share that I have changed is really, and I'm not perfect yet, but focusing on love for everything. If it's not coming from my heart and I've got an agenda, well, I don't normally have an agenda. I really want to serve everybody, but sometimes I have an agenda on having to be right. And I think that comes from being the oldest child of 4. And I am learning to let things go. So that's another thing that I have learned. And it's weird that it takes this long, but it has. The other thing that I will say that I'm glad about this company, and it's one less stress on me, is that I do not have to worry about any ingredients in anything that we have. We are the safest company on the globe. We have all the restrictions that are safer than any other company out there. And I cannot say how much that means to me, because it takes the stress out of going to the store and reading labels, when I don't really have to do that, because I have the safest products. I don't have to shop around for personal care products that are safe, because I already have them at my disposal. And let's talk about that a little bit. So I definitely eat clean. I have, I'll show you what I have a Digestion Plus every day, and that definitely helps with my gut biome, which helps with your serotonin, and that helps with mood. So that helps tremendously. I also use our herbal detox tea, and that helps with supporting the liver and the kidneys. And of course, if you're supporting the organs of elimination, that's key for keeping your body clean and getting all the stuff out of there that can drag you down. And let me tell you that the stuff that drags you down definitely has an effect on your psyche. So, I'll add, I have been able to come off of 1 prescription for cholesterol, and another prescription I take a third of the time for depression, and it's the lowest dose that you can take, and it has a half-life. So I mean, I take averaged out 2 milligrams a day. I'm not even sure I really need it, but I've tried to go off of it, and I have suffered from that. Eating nutritionally healthy is huge. We do coach about all that, so that being said, I'm just not going to go into that. If you're interested in any of that, I'm here for you. We have a product called Mind Health. This definitely helps me to think with clarity. Sometimes when you get stressed, your brain gets into brain fog. So the Mind Health helps with that. Another item that I use before I go to bed at night, I have it right after dinner. I use the Inner Calm. Hey, Kel. I use the Inner Calm, and the Inner Calm has ashwagandha and saffron in it, as well as L-theanine. I'm not sure what L-theanine does, but it's important. But the saffron and the ashwagandha help you to be calm. And I have definitely experienced a calming effect from it, which has also helped with mood and kind of snapping at people. So I will show you another thing that I use that is not Arbonne. It's called CBD oil, and this company that I use is Zilis. I find it helpful to just calm me, and it also has a balancing effect through your body for everything to work right. And I'm not going to say what it was, but it was some personal issues that I believe that has helped. It's the only thing that has helped to alleviate some of that stuff. And it was with digestion issues. We'll just leave it at that. I have these two things that I use before I go to bed, one or the other, lavender and harmony. They're essential oils. Again, we have the cleanest products. Anyway, I put a couple of drops of those in my hand. I rub it through my hands, and then I just kind of put it up here on my shoulders so I can smell it, and it does help me to calm down and go to sleep. I really don't have a problem drifting off to sleep at night. It's when I wake up in the middle of the night. I also use our sleep spray, which is awesome to calm down, but I don't apply it in the middle of the night when I wake up because I'm afraid that I don't know how that will affect me. Anybody know anything about that? I'd appreciate suggestions, because when I wake up in the middle of the night and my brain starts going, it's tough. For energy during the day, I use our Fizz Sticks. These have B12 and chromium. They also have CoQ10. So that a Mind Health has CoQ10 too. I believe the Mind Health has a little bit more CoQ10 than the Fizz Sticks, but that's all good for focus. So, as far as self-care, 7:13, I got 2 minutes. As far as self-care, we have a whole line of Rescue and Renew. I know I should probably take more baths. The Rescue and Renew is all about detoxing. As much as I don't like to put the effort in to do makeup, because I live on a farm and I don't see people very often, I will say on the days that I have to do this, like I put it on about an hour ago, I do feel better about myself. So I remember that if I go to the grocery store, I'll put some makeup on. It's very light right now. I don't do heavy makeup just to go out and about. I know some other things that I do. I read light-hearted books. I also read personal development books. I disconnect from the TV and the news and social media as needed, because I can tell when I get tense from it, and I just have to shut it off. I find watching comedy and laughing is really great, and I learned of a new game this weekend. Anybody who's into games, it's called Beersbee, Bersbee, and it is really fun. You need PVC pipes, PVC couplers, and 2 bottles. We used beer bottles, and a Frisbee. So if you want directions for that, I can put the link in there, because it shows you how to make it. It's not hard. And it's really fun. So, I think it's 7:15. I'm going to leave this up for 48 hours to view. I will be having a raffle at the end. And thank you for watching. if there's any other things that you want to put in there, put them down in the comments. And I will be putting some of the products in the group as far as reference to them. But just reach out to me if you want any more information on them. Thank you.